Hello, Reformers, and welcome back to Phantasy Calradia. Now, when we left off, we had taken Tama Castle from the Saranids, and now they have appeared to hopefully counterattack and take it back from us. However, we are not going to allow that to happen. Now, as you know, I was planning on taking back Samara Castle in my off-screen time, but unfortunately, as I thought, well, they will probably just leave us alone at Tama Castle. Unfortunately, that will not be the case this time around, so I thought, well, may as well start recording here, and we will hopefully see them try to take this, and we will defend it. And then I will probably cut away while I take the other castle that I was planning on doing off-screen, and then we will head on to greener pastures, as it were, perhaps. And now I have taken a look at your comments as well, and many of you seem to think that it would be more fun to have a lot more mages, so it appears that my initial plan to reduce the amount of mages and to initially make it a little bit more challenging was not necessarily what you guys wanted in the majority, I suppose. So we will be attempting to increase our mage count quite severely, and it appears that one of our vassals is turning up to help us, and by one I mean 3 of them. So let's actually take a look who is here. It appears our marshal is here, and Lich King Maliran himself. Aha! Well, there we are. It appears I really don't need to worry about Tama Castle. Now, speaking of Samara Castle, it has just become under siege by one of our other vassals, so I think what we may do is just head on over here and take a look at who is actually doing this and whether they need any assistance. Now, it appears not. He has 138 troops in his army, and how many units are here? It appears around 100, so I don't think he really needs our assistance. How many mages does this fellow have? 2 dark mages, 3 necromancers, and wow, he's actually got some shadow knights. I am looking forward to getting those, that is for sure. I believe what we will be able to get with 8 necromancy is a couple of those shadow knights. They will be wonderful to see. So let's just speed up here and see whether he heads in. Okay, so it appears that the Bleeding Throat clan is now offering us a rather large sum of 7,100 dinars if we are willing to sell them Great Warlord Crothu, and we are going to accept that because by all means we would like to have a good amount of cash, why not? And we will now head in and actually help out Lord Brugar. Actually, really? Lord Brugar? Did he defect to the Saranids? It appears he's defected to the Saranids, because I thought he joined us, and it appears that we are getting absolutely slaughtered, or at least our zombies and skeletons are getting slaughtered. Nothing too much to worry about. However, most of our companions are getting absolutely killed outright right here. Not too nice, but oh, come on, let's do this. Oh yes, we're actually getting into the fray here with Arkane Deathbloom. Usually he is not one to get his hands dirty as much as he would like to have everyone think, I suppose, for his reputation. Oh yes. But I would like to get out our charm and hopefully get some of these mages. No, come on. Yes, there we are. We got a mage and another one. And, oh my goodness, okay, it appears that one of the other mages charmed this Saranid archer right here, so we are incredibly lucky with that. Now maybe I can snipe some of these fellows here. We will try and prevent them. Yes, there we are. I actually got another one charmed. That is amazing. Okay, he'll probably die over there, but hopefully not. Oh yes, there we are. Another one was successfully charmed. And, oh my, I've actually just seen my HP. I was not aware that we were so low on HP, but nevertheless, we are a necromancer. We will be able to rejuvenate our flesh without any issues. So that would be great. Now, 7 renown, 5 morale for a very quick siege indeed is rather worth it, I must admit. Now let's get our charm out really quickly and try to prevent this guy from doing any meaningful damage. However, he is starting to poke us in the face, and I am not very pleased with that. So, let us take him out with our blade instead. There we are, and oh my goodness, no. Oh, wow. Okay, so it appears our companions that joined us are not very good. So, wow. Okay, I was hoping that we would be able to do that, but never mind. We helped our fellows quite considerably, and we are able to, I suppose, summon 16 zombies as well. So that would be rather nice to put into the Kuba, and make sure that they have enough forces there to defend from any offensive pushes from the Sarenids. So yes, so let's get those guys over there. I did recruit a couple more mummy conscripts, and I also decided that I would get some Drow Master Mages. Now they were in, I believe, where is it? I believe they were in Tolga, yes, that's it. And as you saw by our party screen, we are very low on morale, and I was actually hoping it was a food issue, but apparently not. It's because obviously we were defeated there and had to retreat. So, we need something that is going to give us a huge amount of morale. And what better thing than Sheriz itself? Let's head over there as best we can, and I actually will make a stop off at Tama Castle to wait for some time, and as I do, oh no. We've lost a lot of units right there. Okay, well, never mind. It's nothing to worry about. I will be cutting away, and once we have arrived at Sheriz, I will cut back. Okay, so on our way to Sheriz, we were rather unlucky enough to encounter Emir Curias and his band of very loyal vassals indeed. Now, as you can see, we do have 400 enemies to fight. We have a rather significant lowering of our own HP as well, because I had assumed that there was going to be no one here, but unfortunately I was incorrect about that, and they were able to take us out. Well, at least they were able to track us down and then, well, as you can see, swarm us. So let's try to get our mages in the best place possible, and I will be getting off my mount and hopefully using lightning bolt to the best of my ability. Now, I'm not entirely sure why we only have this amount of mages. I did have a lot more. Maybe they will start to load into the battle once many of our infantry have fallen already. Let us hope that that will not come to that, though. So, let's do it. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I actually took out one of the enemy vassals right away. That is very nice indeed. Maybe we can take out a couple more. Oh yes, there we are. Oh yes, go mages, we need your assistance. We really need you to do a good job here, because of course we are outnumbered rather considerably. Okay, come on. Yes, oh yes, we took out yet another... Oh, I am terribly sorry, orc. I did not mean to do that. Okay, come on, let's just deal as much damage as we can. And, by the way, we have actually advanced in level, so I thought, well, let's do it while we are still here, and seeing as we have 50 HP now, I think I will be speccing in intelligence and getting another in magic defense, as well as what else? This is a little difficult. I would like to get some more prisoner management, but I think maybe something else would be more worthwhile. Maybe weapon master, maybe power strike, maybe even power throw. That might make a difference to our damage. So, I think, considering I'm probably going to be using one of those throwing weapons that returns to you after you throw it eventually, I would quite like to level that up a little bit. So I think we're probably going to be taking that. I think so. Yeah, why not? Okay, so what else do we want here? I think we probably want two-handed, maybe a little bit of one-handed, and there we go. Okay, so back to the fight it is. So yes, okay, so I think our infantry are probably going to want to move away from our mages a little bit, just so that we are not all killed in one fell swoop by an enemy mage, potentially. And I think we're probably going to be charging our infantry in right now, because... yeah. I had a feeling that the enemy cavalry were going to mount some sort of maneuver similar to that, and I was rather correct, unfortunately correct, yes. I was hoping that I would stay alive to unleash at least another lightning bolt towards them, but unfortunately that was not the case this time. However, I have a good feeling about our mages staying alive and us being able to fight off at least another wave of enemy forces. Well, at least as you can see, our mages are doing a pretty reasonable job. However, as you can see, we currently have cavalry units, oh no, from the enemies coming in from the side, and hopefully not going to be charging directly at our mages. Oh no, this fellow, he is evil, take him down. Yes, thank you very much. Who is this? I believe this is a dwarf unit, and he is doing an incredible job at defending our mages. However, Frudak has just been taken down. I know he would be well suited to protecting our mages as well. Now, on that note of protecting our mages, I believe one of you stated quite a while ago in the comments that you could potentially assign quite a few units, quite a few good units, maybe some elite guard type units to stand next to your mages and protect them from any potential cavalry charges. And it appears that some of our mages are actually being taken out now by the Saranid infantry, and who is this fellow? Saranid Master Archer, I believe, but he is now taken out. Okay, so who is that? I believe that's actually someone we were able to charm, so that's rather nice. It appears one of our mages is using the charm person spell, which is great, and whoa, I think they may have gathered some additional reinforcements, or is this a rather slow band of warriors that was making its way across the battlefield? I think that might be the case here. But as you saw, we have only lost 7 units, which is very strange to me indeed. It appears that my initial thought of us getting absolutely slaughtered was not correct. In this situation at least, and oh, there we are. I think we could actually hear one of our mummies using a healing spell, which was rather nice of it, even though probably would have been nice to use it while we were in combat. And there we are, 23 renown and 34 morale. Very nice indeed. So yes, there we are, we lost 7, but we took out 219, and it appears that I do not have enough HP to be able to participate in this fight. So we will be, yeah, as you can see, swiftly moving away in the opposite direction, I think, and hopefully not getting engaged upon yet again. So I think what we will be doing now is, as I stated before, I was going to rest, but the morale was eating away at our forces, and I really didn't want to lose any further units. So I think we will, as I said before, go back to Tama Castle and rest up. Okay, so just a small note while we are resting here, the Bleeding Throat clan has now been eliminated. Okay, so we have arrived at Sheriz, and we are now taking a look at our wages screen. As you can see by the text here, we have gained 10,425 dinars, and we now have 98,516 in our inventory. That is very nice indeed. I was not expecting to get so much so early on, but thankfully we have, and we were not interrupted by a couple of vassals around there either. So yes, I actually had to fight no one on the way here, so we had a clear run to build our ladders, and now lead our soldiers in an assault against the units that are coming out of the castle itself. Oh no. Okay, I believe we want to get Lightning Bolt here right away, and hope that our other units will be able to prevail in melee combat. Okay, come on, take these guys out. Oh no. Oh, I have a bad feeling about this if they... Okay, they will not get to me, but it appears I... Really? Wow. Okay, so it appears I am incredibly fragile. As you can see there, I took 64 damage from a Saranid Master Archer, and I believe this was the fellow. No? Maybe not. Where was he? I think he's probably been taken out now, but I was aiming a lightning bolt straight at him, and he was able to take me out before we were able to take him out. Well, that is rather unfortunate, I must admit, considering we are now just about to siege properly this town. So, I may have to take some time out to actually rest up. That is, I have to say, rather unfortunate. We have retreated? No, I didn't. Okay, well, never mind. Let us now wait until tomorrow and hope that no vassals decide to interrupt us, because, of course, I would like to rejuvenate a little bit of my health. I had 88%, I believe, 88% HP, and I was still taken out by one shot. Even if I was at full HP, I believe I would have been killed. So, yeah. Okay, well, it appears we are fighting a lot of Saranid vassals today, and I suppose that's not too bad considering we are able to see our units in a field battle for once, because usually we are in sieges and siege defenses and so forth. And it's always a good idea to have a little bit of variety. And I'm actually a little bit worried about their cavalry, because you never know, they might have some Mamluks, I believe they are called, if they are the same as in native, not entirely sure. But now we will move our infantry in a rather good position, I hope, and we will hopefully not get taken out as quickly as we did previously. So yes, I will be getting off my walk once again, but I think any rather decisive blow against us will take us out, so let's just try to prevent getting hit at all. That might be a good idea. So, yeah, I think we'll probably just move our infantry a little bit further forward. And then we will move our mages. I think we're probably going to get a little more in the way of mages, and I would like to find some more dark mages. So maybe what I will do is run around the desert lands that the Delthusum Empire has conquered previously from the Saranids, and maybe gather some bandit mages from the various bandit parties around there. That might be the way to go. But, of course, that is quite a difficult thing to do in terms of being lucky enough to find some bandit mages in a prisoner party, or indeed being able to persuade them to join us. I've actually never done that, believe it or not. In my whole time playing Mount and Blade, I've never once been successful, at least, at attempting to persuade an enemy unit that was a prisoner of ours to join us and fight against their previous commanders, I suppose. So yeah, that is a little unfortunate, and I did try a lot in Britain Warder, and I think one other series to, I suppose, recruit the prisoners. So yeah, I was attempting it, it just never worked. So I will be getting out my lightning bolt here and doing some damage. Come on, yes. There we are. Oh yes, we actually took out the Emir himself. Oh my goodness, wow. That is incredibly lucky. For some reason we always have the luck to take out the enemy leaders. That is rather fortunate. Okay, come on. There we are. Take them down, and for some reason I have a huge amount of mana, because usually with these lightning bolts I am taken out almost immediately with my mana, and I run out with nothing to spare. But this time we seem to have good luck, so I'm very pleased with that indeed. And I think Power Throw might actually help us out, even though I did hit that fellow from all the way over here. 24 damage, and an undead has broken free from our control. I'm hoping it's not one of our mummy high priests, because they are good. Oh no. It is actually a mummy priest. Well, at least it's not a high priest, so don't have to worry too much about him. And now we have to worry about the additional reinforcements coming in from the side here. And oh my. I'm hoping our mages are in a good position. Yes, they seem to be fine. I will be getting them to move over here and hopefully stand on the hill. And I have just noticed that they have some enemy mages over there, and I took him down. Whoa, okay. Between our friendly units. That was a pretty nice shot right there. And that is exactly what I was commenting on previously. Saranid Mamluks. Oh, yes, they do have them. That grinds my gears quite considerably. Okay, well, never mind. I did take out quite a few units, and our units should have no problem whatsoever in taking out the rest of the Saranids' forces. Oh my goodness. I was not expecting to have to fight so many Saranid vassals. I thought they would be off being rather offensive, and by that I mean being on the offensive push against the Delthusum Empire, considering they did declare war against us. We didn't declare war against them, which is rather puzzling to say the least, considering they are on the back foot, as it were. They are not necessarily the strongest they could be, and unfortunately that camp defender right there was an incredible trooper. He took down one of our orc bear warriors, which is not necessarily very polite indeed, but never mind. The orcs do hunger for battle. So yes, there we are, 13 renown, 28 morale. Not bad at all. Now, of course, we have a similar issue here, where I have to order my troops to attack without us, and I don't really want to do that. So, it appears, with the huge amount of vassals outside, I am going to have to retreat from Sheriz once again, and maybe head to Jamish Castle. I just hope we are not at war with the Rodoks, but it appears we are only at war with the Saranids. So, we are now going to head on to Jamish, and I will cut away once again, and hopefully when we return to Sheriz, I will be able to siege it without any interruptions. Okay, so upon returning to Sheriz, I have begun our construction of the ladders, and without any interruptions, thank goodness, we are able to lead our soldiers in, hopefully, the decisive assault. So, as you can see, I did wait quite some time so that Arkane would be full HP, and I decided to place all of our zombies in at the start, even though that's probably not a good idea, maybe? It appears maybe not, although I am able to get quite a few kills with our lightning bolt as a result, because they have distracted the enemy mages enough for us to be able to retaliate with our own spells. That seems like a good idea. Oh, there's a mage right there. Maybe we can snipe him? Oh, it appears not. Oh my goodness. Really? It went right over his hat. I cannot believe that. Ah, there we are. We actually did some damage, but not really enough. Oh, and it appears that most of our mages have charged in there. That's not really a good idea, is it? No. Okay. Let's hope that we can get some of them back here by the time that they actually have need of HP. Maybe they won't die as much as they would if I hadn't pulled them back, hopefully. We will soon see, but let's hope that we can actually get in there beside our silver golem and stone golem friends, and we will be able to take the fight to them with these rather huge Goliath units. And, oh, it appears some of our master mages are firing off some fireballs as well as some lich attacks as well. Very nice. Oh, and it appears we have actually gotten stuck here with our mages. So I will be telling our archers to charge in other words, mages, and we will then, once we get in here, tell them to hold position back there. Okay, that seems like a good idea. Good. Okay, so, oh, actually, that is probably not a good idea. Let's get them over here, so that they can actually fire down upon them. And as a result, I will be doing the same thing. Oh yes, there we are. Arkane has actually advanced in level. I cannot wait to see what kind of stats he can increase, and wow, look at that. Look at all of the reinforcements. Oh yes, this is a good idea. We can take them down with our lightning bolt without any issues whatsoever. And oh no, it appears I've actually run out of mana. This is terrible. Oh, actually, what happened there? That's a little strange. Okay, never mind. It appears I still have access to my spells, but I am running out of mana steadily. Oh yes, it appears Arkane has actually leveled up for the second time, and we will have to wait until our magic power is able to rejuvenate our mana bar. And then we can probably head in and do a little bit more with our lightning bolt. And there is a mummy priest prayer or spell, and he was able to obviously heal the surrounding units. That is very nice indeed. Now the text log has bugged out a little bit because of course I did have huge amounts of spam when I killed some of their units there. So there we are. Sultan Hakim did manage to escape, so apparently he has escaped from captivity, because I thought that he had been taken prisoner by the Khergits, but it appears not so. Okay, so we will be taking these guys prisoner, even though I don't really know why we would. However, I suppose we will, just in case, so that they don't cause any mischief around the Delthusum Empire territory. And we will be taking some dwarven fighters, and actually, I would like to take all the dwarves that we can, to be honest, because a couple of you mentioned dwarves have high magic resistance, so I would like to get some of those just in preparation, and hope that we can fight against the Ridus Mijocracy if we indeed have to in the near future. So let's see here. I think I'll take mercenary mages, and I think we can take all of these actually. Yes, we can. That is very strange indeed. We had exactly the right amount of space to be able to take those mages, so that's great. Now we will just take a couple of these, and there we are. That will be fine. Now there is a journeyman hat, which is rather nice, and I will just take a little bit more here to sell, even though we really don't need it. And I will be requesting that Sheriz be awarded to us, however I really doubt that he is going to agree to this, but it never hurts to try, I suppose, and maybe then he will feel some sort of sympathy for us and maybe give us something in the future that is rather nice. Who knows, though. Okay, so we will head into the marketplace real quick, and we will sell all of the loot that we deem is not necessarily too good. However, I will be keeping that journeyman hat. Who knows when we will need that. And anything else? Oh yes, a huge amount of food, which is much needed by my troops. Now, I am going to be buying this holy symbol because, of course, we do want Ymira to become a cleric, after all, and there is exactly what I was looking for. Scroll of Fireball. Oh, yes. Look at that. Magical ball of fire that explodes when it strikes. Very nice indeed. Okay, so, before I forget, we will be learning it, and I need to remember how to do that. So yes, copy the scroll, and there we are. You copy the fireball spell into your spellbook. Wonderful. And I think I will probably be using... Oh, yes, of course, I don't have any HP to do that. So, let's see now. I am Oh. I actually forgot to have one space so that I could get a lot of skeletons and zombies. Oh, well, my bad. Never mind. It is not the end of the world after all, so never mind. There we are. We will now move on and level up quite a few of these drow units, and we'll get some dwarven infantry, I suppose, which would be rather nice. And I think we'll go with mummy footmen, greater mercenary mages, and some high priests as well. So, Arkane leveled up. I think that will be our final effort, and I actually probably could have made space, so maybe I made a bit of a mistake there. Oh well, never mind, that is nothing to worry about. They are only zombies and skeletons, they are easy enough to raise up from the depths, considering Arkane is a necromancer, and we will be increasing our intelligence finally, and getting necromancy to 8. Now, this is where I'm a little bit skeptical, to be honest, because I think I probably need 51 HP to be able to summon shadows. However, I will be checking that out in just a moment. I would like to confirm that that is the case, because of course one of you did actually tell me a while ago that that is the case. So yeah, I just want to make sure that I am correct about your facts, and we will do that in just a moment. So I don't actually have any space, which is really unfortunate. Okay, so which one is best here? Okay, I will be losing one of these handmaidens. There we are. Now, necromancy? Oh, it appears I actually do need some more space. So what I will be doing is cutting away very fast, and I will be heading to Tacuba and placing quite a few of these additional units in my garrison there. Okay, so as you can plainly see, we do not have the option just yet to create shadows. I believe we probably need one more point in strength, and then we will be able to. And I think, nevertheless, I will probably be attempting to get quite a bit of strength in the near future, because I would like to increase, as I said before, our power throw skill. So, I will be ending this episode off here, and next time on Phantasy Calradia, we will hopefully be able to defend Sheriz until, I suppose, Lich King Maliran makes his very slow decisions, and then we will hopefully be able to further the effort to eliminate the Sarenids from the game. However, they have just taken one of our fiefs, our outlying fiefs right here, and I believe we took this from the Swedians? Was it the Swedians? Not entirely sure, but our vassals seem to extend their reach quite far there, and it appears that the Blazing Hand? No, wait. This is still the Vages. Never mind. Okay. They have a rather similar color, so I was a little unaware about that. But never mind. We are fine. And I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.